Hey guys, welcome back to Moderate Performance. We've started recently ending our videos with, if it ain't broke, go drive it. Well, the Comet is a little bit broke, so we ain't driving it. So we have two issues currently right now. The power steering pressure hose is leaking a little bit, which we will address in a different video. Issue number 2 is electrical. So, Dean, if you would back up a little bit, we'll show you what's going on here. So it has to do with the brake lights. So give us the lights. So you may notice the left looks a little bit dimmer. Kind of tough to tell, but let's give us a right turn signal. You notice it dimmed right there, and hit the brakes. Okay, now give us a left turn signal. That's a left turn signal. That's a left turn signal right there with brakes. So we have a little bit of an issue. That's what we're gonna be looking at today. Let's get into the trunk. Cool. All right, so time to do a little bit of diagnosis. And to do that, we're gonna need a couple of tools. You don't need to have a power probe. However, these things are amazing. I have one, and it looks different than everyone else's because it's supposed to have a spike, AKA a probe, coming out the top. However, somehow I lost mine. I have no idea where it is. So I got a lead off of a multimeter and it works just the same. So this tool is fantastic because with it, I can touch this to stuff, AKA circuits and wires, and I can tell if it has 12 volts or if it is a ground, or if nothing is happening on that circuit, and it'll show up on the screen. Also, I can jump power by rocking the switch forward, and 12 volts will come out this, or if I want this to be a ground, I pull the switch backwards and this will act as a ground. It's also got a circuit breaker in here, so it can minimize any damage that you might potentially do. And it also has a handy ground on here. So I'm gonna use this with my multimeter because this is a direct ground to the battery because the power probe has connections at the battery for power and ground. So I will hook up the lead from my multimeter, and now I know I'm gonna have an amazing ground. Tool number 2, my multimeter. So we're gonna be testing for resistance in our ground. So I have it on my ohms setting, so it'll tell me how many ohms of resistance are in that circuit. Right now, it's out of range, so this is infinite resistance. No continuity whatsoever. So if I go over to my socket, my black one is ground, and if I can actually do this here, and look at the screen, we have 0 ohms of resistance. That is a thing of beauty right there. That means we have a very good ground. So that is at least a good ground from here to the battery, wherever that circuit may travel. So when we had the car on, or the lights on rather, we went to take out this socket, and it might be hard to tell, but right here it kind of looks orangey and off color.
Yeah, you can see that on there.
It was really warm.
Very warm.
I'm thinking that there is some bad connections inside the socket itself. I've seen it before on other vehicles I've worked on, and I would not be surprised if we see it on this, if this is the case. What we're gonna do is get a new socket and test that out. So I hopped down to our local parts store. Support local, support your local parts store. Good things will happen. I got this new connector socket. So they're different colored wires from in here. However, it's the same shape and same wire layout.
Here, let me hop to the other side.
Okay. Do-si-do. So as you can see, they're both the same triangle shape. Black is in the same, usually ground is black. So we're gonna hook those wires up and we'll see if we need to switch anything around.
Okay, we have the new socket switched into there and wired up. Let's show you how it goes. So, give me a right signal. Okay, give me a left. Okay, give me a brake. Alrighty, so give me lights and turn that signal off. Okay, give me a right signal. Give me a brake. Okay, now give me, get off the brakes and give me a left signal. And give me some brakes. Beautiful. It looks like it fixed. So that was definitely the issue, that that wiring in that housing was definitely getting warm. So
Sockets should not get hot.
yes, sockets should definitely not get hot. So the ultimate test will be go cruising for the night and give it a real good test. But I'd say we diagnosed that one correctly, I think.
I still have my foot on the brake. I still have the lights on, and it's still turning left.
Yeah, the true signal, the true sign that it would be defective would be that the blinker would slow down the more you had it on, and we're staying consistent now. So
If that was the case, if we replaced that socket and it still did the same thing, we'd probably have a bad ground somewhere. But so far, it appears as if we know what we're doing.
excellent. We've been battling this one for quite a while, and it's always really annoying to hear people drive up at the stoplight telling you that your brake lights don't work.
Yeah.
So, right on.
Anyway, well, another fix. And yeah, another video. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe. And if it ain't broke, go drive it. This one ain't broke, we're gonna go drive it. Yay!